Taking that same idea, freedom and expression to the extreme, was Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Quite the tone shift from Mario, but I was only 6 or 7 by the time I got my hands on the game. I'll never forget where I was when I first played the game. I was at my friend Joey's house and he had just gotten the game on PS2. If I recall correctly, he said he wanted to show me something and promptly stole a train and drove it off the rails. I remember being flabbergasted that the game even let you do that. Before this, Mario was probably the most chaotic game I had ever played. Then, Joey showed me that San Andreas had multiplayer and my jaw was on the floor. We had so much fun playing together that day. I knew my mom would have hated me playing it had she known what was in it, but I think that was honestly part of the fun. It felt like I was rebelling. When my mom picked me up, I begged her to get me the game. I took advantage of the fact that she didn't know much about video games at the time and told her that it was the best racing game I had ever played. My mom, not knowing any better and wanting to see me happy, went out and bought me the game the next day. Since my mom was a single parent, she had to work a lot, and weeks passed by before she learned what the game was really about. By that time, she figured the damage was already done, so I got to keep it. We talked a lot about how what I saw in the game wasn't real and how it represented the polar opposite of what it meant to be a good person in real life. I was allowed to keep playing it, but each time I played, it came with a lecture, and I knew that if I began to act out at all, that the game would be taken away quicker than I could think, so I tried to stay on my best behavior. Ironically, there were gangs near where we lived at the time, and spending so much time playing with the virtual gangs of San Andreas taught me to stay well away from the real ones outside my door. While I was undoubtedly too young to play the game, I somehow still took all of the right lessons away from the game, and I think that's due in no small part to my mom.